One, we are recording. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Listen, for some reason, I just feel like the energy isn't where I exactly want it to be. So I'm going to turn. Oh, no, that might be a little too bright for you guys. It's still early in the morning, right? It's a little more. All right, cool. Now I look like I'm Jesus or something. Hold up. All right, cool. All right, what's up, what's up, guys? Listen, welcome to the tune-up, right? Today's episode, right? We're going to drop bombs. We're going to literally open up a new paradigm, open up a new awakening, and we're going to decentralize ourselves today. Today's episode is called Decentralization, Decentralizing, and that's what we're going to do here, right? So welcome, and welcome. Listen, I'm just so happy, joyful, grateful, faithful, and appreciative, right? I am so thankful, right, for, every weekend getting up to be able to do this call, for my teams, my leaders, for my family, for, the wealth that I'm attracting, the wealth I have, the riches, and the opportunity to give back and everything that I give back, I also appreciate, right? I appreciate the fact of me being able to, get up and drink smoothies and have the conscious mind of detoxing myself from inside out, right? And we're going to go over a lot of big things in this episode, right? But one of the big things, right, that people, that the programming, right, is the centralization is where they want to toxify people from inside out. I remember reading something, right, a couple of years ago about the women's tampons, right, that they were putting, things inside the fabrics of the tampons that was making ladies sterile, that was making them more aggressive, more, more angry and things of that nature. And come to think about it, I was looking on line yesterday. I was researching like a bunch of cryptocurrencies and stuff like that, seeing what's next, right? Because if you guys haven't been up, Bitcoin is going crazy. It went up, it went down. Personally, I think it's going to drop to about 28,000. I'm really waiting on that move because I'm just going to buy and I'm going to hold and then ride every wave after that. But, that's personally what I think. But I was like, right now, the world, right? Everything is moving to become more decentralized, right? And doing so, right? And doing so, the world, every I had to mute you, bro. What's up, Andrew? I had to mute you, bro. Look, so the world and everything, right, is becoming more decentralized, right? Bitcoin came about because of the feds, the banks, and they were controlling everything. They had the power to literally crash the world that they wanted to, right? And Bitcoin after 2008 said, you know what, this is crazy. These big banks, all these, all these currencies, they have way too much power. They're all working together and they're keeping the world in a trap. So Bitcoin came up and launched in 2008, 2009. I'm pretty sure it's 2009. And from there, we've seen a switch in the world, right? We've seen the switch in technology started getting better, like things started happening. But right now, right, Bitcoin have went up to an all-time high of about 46,000 and it dropped, it retraced, right? And in this retracement, like all the other cryptos is jumping on board, right? Everything is happening right now. Like Ripple is about to win a lawsuit. I think they're going to win the lawsuit because I seen one of the chairmen or one of the people, the top people, I think it was the executive, one of the people at the top of the investigation and the FDC or whatever it is, whoever's suing them, stepped down. So that was a clear indication to me that something fishy was happening. And, I'm about to buy a bunch of Ripple. Hopefully it goes down to about 15 cents. Listen, for you guys that's watching this in the future, I just said 15 cents. Hopefully by the time you see this is at like $20, maybe $1,000, $20,000. And I'll still be doing the tune-up, right? Just rich, just filthy wealthy, still doing the tune-up, but with that being said, the world is moving to a decentralized era, right? We've seen it, right, with before with Facebook and MySpace and things like that. MySpace used to let you code, right? But then what happened? They were like, you know what? This platform is teaching people how to code. Most of these people, most of these Bitcoin people, most of these programmers and coders literally got their first glimpse of everything from MySpace, right? You get to you get to change the colors and do this, and that was coding, right? That was coding. So from there, they were like, all right, the world is moving too fast. All these it just boomed for hackers and things of that nature. Everyone started getting Microsofts and things of that nature. And, people started moving to decentralize everything. If they didn't like something, they were changing it, online or whatever. It's just a simple code, right? But now the whole world is moving forward towards that, right? Thanks to Bitcoin, right? Thanks to the Bitcoins, thanks to the other corporations, companies, the light beings that really was like, you know what, we're living in the dark ages now. Like, because literally it was the dark ages. Like, for the past, from 2009 to I say about this last presidency, right? And with all cheers and praise and appreciation to Obama, but before that, we were living in the dark ages. We didn't know what was happening at the 9/11. Our privacy was just at the all-time weakest, right? Like literally, we had no privacy at that time. Like anybody, any government official, anybody with a computer can literally hack into anything with ease. Because we were all giving our rights away, right? We were all giving everything away. Like, read those indicators, read those things that you're accepting right in your phone. Make sure, the apps that you're not utilizing or don't need certain permissions, don't have those permissions, right? Decentralize yourself, right? Because a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people are programmed to be in a bearish mindset where when they see someone rising a little bit, they want to come in and drop them. They want to drop them like stocks. They want to make you feel worse and feel bad. And this is the programming, right? This is the centralization. Like if you think about Bitcoin and you think about what's going on in the world, it's literally it had to happen, right? It had to happen. You got to think, if anyone ever walked into an energy company, right, like PSE&G or whatever your local, energy company is, it's a grid. They have a board up with a grid, right? And that's kind of like how blockchains work, right? They have a board up with the grid with lights everywhere showing the grids, right? Even when you're driving down the street, you see the light poles and you see those boxes with the green light on them. That's part of the grid, right? They literally can control everything. They control how you feel, everything, because for people that has the awakening mind, the awoken mind, the awakening mind, they know that energy is everything, right? Like literally, sometimes I put EMF blockers on everything, on cable boxes, the power boxes in the house, the refrigerator, the computers. I put them everywhere because energy is everything, right? And once you became aware of this, like even in my old house, I had them on the windows around my bed, right? I was like, you know what? Because there's a lot of satellites, right? Cable companies, all these utilities are working together to utilize you, right? And to utilize you and your mind and your energy. It's literally like the movie, The Matrix. You have to unplug. You have to decentralize yourself, right? Decentralize yourself. And if you are centralized, be centralized in your business, be centralized in your health, be centralized in your abundance and great health and more of positive things that's going to benefit you, not just the big wiz at the top trying to pull strings. And yes, I said trying because we're living in a new world and that's not happening anymore, right? So yesterday I was, going through cryptocurrencies and stuff like that, finding a bunch of like the app stores and things of that nature that's going to support decentralizing apps and things, everything decentralizing, right? And this is a chance for everyone to get into something very incredible, very vastly, very quickly, right? I seen some things like Dash. I seen some things like Definity. I seen things like, and go back and research what I'm saying. Like, look into these things because these are the next big things. Like if I can get into Definity right now for, $28, $25, whatever it is, That's a great investment. You know, within the next year, 2 years, that's one of the top leading decentralizing app stores, right? I next 2 3 years, you know, even if it just flips, you know, to $100 a coin or a share or whatever you want to call it, you know, that's great. I just tripled my money like in a year, and that's only off one investment, right? That's only on one investment, and this is where the billionaires come together. This is where we're coming together because we are billionaires. It is happening now, right? Anyone on this call, anyone in this organization, anyone in this family that is not have an open mind and open eye to what's going on is literally like do not let this opportunity go over your head. Do not let these situations go over your head. Like, yes, Bitcoin is at 46,000. They're talking about 150,000 by the end of the year. Right? So capitalize off those movements, right? Yesterday, I told myself, I came up with the realization, before I'm like, maybe it's too late for Bitcoin, right? But then yesterday I came to the realization, when I trade Bitcoin, I'm literally saving that money. The money that I make off the ups and downs, I'm saving that and I'm buying Bitcoin with that money. I'm going to use the trading money to actually fund the actual asset of me holding the asset while I'm still trading. Right? Because even if I just get 1 coin, 2 coins, 3 coins, right? At 46, let's say for instance, it goes up to 50 or whatever I get in at. And at the end of the year, it's 150,000 per coin. My portfolio just grown something crazy. I can sell those 3 coins and literally buy a house. I could buy maybe 3 or 4 houses in some states, mansions, right? Go to Arizona, go the Midwest, go, you know, some of these other places that's up and coming. Right? Literally buy a mansion. I could literally go to, once it goes up to 300,000 like they're predicting, right? Within the next year or two, right? Literally, I can go ahead and buy the land that I want for my estate and just sit on it. Pay the taxes. Pay the taxes for a year or two and sit on it. Don't even do anything. Put signs up, private property, whatever. Right? And that's how these big wigs work. That's how these people work at the top. And that's how I want you all to start operating, right? Decentralized, right? So a part of decentralizing is actually reprogramming the colonist mindset, right? To the adventure mindset, right? You have to have that adventure mindset. Don't have the mindset, oh, I'm going out here and I'm going to take it over and I'm just going to kill everything and destroy everything. Like, nah, have the adventure. Like, I'm going to have fun while doing this. I'm going to go out. I'm not trying to kill. I'm trying to plant seeds to later come back and be harvest, right? So I'm not a threat to anyone. I'm not a threat to the bullish market. I'm not a threat to the bearish market. I'm not a threat to the people, to the establishment, right? Because one thing that's going to always happen is evolution. It's like truth. It's just always going to be there, right? It's always going to be there, right? So first, lose the egos, fellas. Ladies, lose the egos. That's the one thing that holds people back, right? That's the way people are targeted, right? Through your egos and through your egos, right? Right? Everybody want to be a Barbie. Everybody want to be a macho man and things of that nature, right? No, that's not facts. Nobody wants to be that anymore, right? It's part of decentralizing. Right? Make friends, not enemies, right? The programming, the centralization wants you to literally be to yourself, wants you to go against your family, wants you to go against your friends, wants you to go against your neighbors because it's easier to control you. It's easier to put things in your mind, to implant, create illusions when you don't have a sense of groundedness, when you don't have a sense of family, when you don't have a sense of being, when you feel like you're alone, right? It's also just easy for someone to come up and be like, hey, I'm your friend. When you feel alone, when you feel low, when you feel less than, right? But not everyone that do those things, that come up to you like, hey, friend, and this and that, are bad, right? But still, you always have to keep the open mind. You always have to keep open to what's out there in the world, right? Nextly, speak more with massive action, right? Speak more with massive action, right? And what I mean by that, like when you go out, say hi to people, just speak. Just speak, right? When you literally just open up your mouth and say something to someone, all the algorithms, the things that's the antibody, the things that's implanted into people will change, right? Because at first, when you speak to the first person, you know, they might think something. You know, everyone might, oh, you know, oh, but you gain attention, right? You gain attention. You're different. You're different. You're going to talk to people. You're going to say something. You're different. I like this person, right? After you say it to something to the second person, hold the door open for the third person, the fifth person, I like your hair, fifth, sixth person, I like your shoes, seventh person, hey, how you doing today? Great day. Now you're feeling great. You broke the matrix of that day. Literally, you own that day just by opening up your mouth and having massive action, caring about another, right? And with everybody that you talk to, that you touch, you literally open up their mind. You open up their door to go ahead and pay that forward, right? It's like a scene on some type of social media or something where, you know, people were going through a drive-through and everybody was paying for the next car behind them. It's like going through the toll and everybody's paying the next car behind them, right? Have you ever just pulled up to something, a toll or something like that, and they're like, oh, go ahead, the person in front of you paid for you. It's like, what? You know, or you've been in line and to get lunch or whatever, and they're like, yo, the person in front of you paid for you already. Change your whole programming. You really feel like, wow, it's still good people out here in the world, right? But that's the feeling that's going to never stop. It's going to keep getting greater and greater and greater and gooder and gooder and gooder, right? Because it is a lot of good people out here in the world. And not everyone that's rich, not everyone that's billionaires are evil, right? So watch those things, right? Be savages, right? And I can't talk more about this. Be savages, but be savages for the good, right? So many people, right? So many programmings, so many centralization is around being savages, right? But it's not being savages to help one another. It's actually being savages for the bad, to destroy each other, right? No, be a savage for the good. Be like, yo, you see somebody with their head down, yo, bro, head up. Like, it's going to get better. Like, the light is at the end of the tunnel. Matter of fact, I got an opportunity for you. I got an opportunity for you right now. Oh, I don't have money. Okay, all right, but look, all right, I'm not asking you for money. You got 20 people you can sit me in front of right now? You got 5 people you can sit me in. I can literally change your reality in less than a month. Right now. Oh no, but I don't know, and I don't listen. I'm just giving you an opportunity. If a CEO of Apple, if the CEO of Microsoft, if the CEO of whatever other company there is, of McDonald's or whatever the case may be, come up to you right now and said I had a job for you, would you say I don't know? If you were doing that bad? No, you would not. So do you want it or not? I got about 5 seconds. You got five seconds to make your decision right now. Have a great day. Right? Don't be addicted to pain, right? I was on a call the other day and it was a really good call, right? And it's something that opened up my eyes. They said mentorship, and then they said torment. They said sometimes you're being tormented, but it's for your mentorship, it's for your growth. And I liked it when I heard it, but then when I thought about it, I said, man, hell no. That sounds like some Western world stuff to me. That sounds like some colonist stuff to me, right? Not saying that they meant it like that, but I question everything. Listen, if I can question myself, I can question you about anything. And that's how I feel. Like, for real. Like, literally, I have that mindset. So I'm like, I wrote it in my notes and then I deleted it. I was like, you know what? I've been through so much, right? Coming from the neighborhoods and things like that and growing up, like, I've been through so much. I don't want to be tormented. I don't like pain. At all. At all. I really don't like pain at all. Because I'm into pleasuring. I'm into pleasing and pleasure. Like, I feel like, like anyone ever seen like the Monsters Inc. movie, and this is one of my favorite movies, and I know I speak of it a lot, but people were being tormented, scared, pressured, all the kids jumping in their rooms, scaring the bejesus out of them. And at the end of the movie, like, people don't pay attention to the hidden messages in movies and things like that. At the end of the movies, laughter, joy gets way more energy. Do you understand? Like, do people realize like how they feel when they get on my call? When they get on this call to tune up, when they get on level up with me, when they get on, or when they get around certain people like Emandas, or you know, get around certain people like I am, Mr. Crystal, and other people with the high energy, and just keep on going and keep on going. Do they pay attention how they feel? Like, do you? Like, so many times I get on these calls and I don't even want to end these calls because the energy is so high. But I'm like, yo, the time's running out. Like, I have to end this call. Like, I have level up with Leash next. I have to go to an event. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to clean up. I got to do this. But I don't want to get off these calls. I don't want to stop providing this energy and this family, the great blissness that we do every episode. Right? So laughter, joy, right? Abundance, evolvement, expansion is literally more powerful, have more energy than any other thing. And if anyone else telling you different, they're lying to you. Right? My mentors, the David Amitiers, the Alex Mortons, right? The Floyd Mayweathers, right? The Bob Proctors, right? The Manny G's, the Nalishas, the people that I'm around, my mentors and mentors, right? If that's even a word. I told you guys I make up words, right? But men, just like men have egos, females have something called egos. Right? But they will tell you, my mentors will tell you, energy is everything. Right? I can go to the hood. I can go chill with the homies. I can go in the trap, you know, but what am I doing? I go into the trap, right? Go into the trap. You enter a door. It's gated, right? It's gated from the inside. Then you walk through the second door. Then they lock in all 3, 4, 5 locks. They got boards on the windows, sticks in them so people can't come in. The back door is barricaded so the cops can't come in. Who the heck want to go through stuff like that? And it's about the energy. Right? Literally, what are you putting yourself into? Just like being in that trap, it's like being in that program. It's just being in like that centralization, right? Everybody always, oh, what's next? What's next? Why are you trying to lie to me? Why do you want to know what's next? Why do you want to know what's next in my life? Right? Because you're trying to calculate, right? Because if you get those numbers, then you can crunch numbers, right? How much marketing you going to see? Like when you go outside, right? And you're traveling to work in the morning and things of that nature. Do you see all the billboards that's around you? Literally, have you yet blocked your mind to see through the bull crap? See through the dollar signs everywhere? Literally, last night or the night before, I'm asleep, right? And I had a really vivid dream. And I don't know if it's true or not. Sometimes I literally got to Google it. I don't think it's true because it just seemed too weird, right? But I had a dream about Verizon, right? About Verizon. Verizon was in my dream, vivid. Verizon, the store. One of the stores that I used to work at was Nordstrom, and downstairs it was AT&T, then it changed to Singular, or it went from Singular to AT&T or whatever that, you know, we know how it goes. We've seen it happen, right? Bell Atlantic break up because they're like, you know, they're a monopoly. Then they just create 2 different companies, make 2 different owners. They keep it in the family. It's all a part of the telecommunications, things of that nature, right? But I'm asleep and I see the store, right, that I was looking at was taken over by Verizon, right? But it had the AT&T colors, the Singular colors, and, you know, and like some of the crypto I was looking at. So it could have been, you know, me in my mind telling me that's the great crypto to get into for the Decentralizing app store, right? But it had like those same colors of like the logo, but then it said Verizon, right? Now, my mom has Verizon phone. She has Verizon cable. She has Verizon TV. She has Verizon Internet. Right? So is that a illusion, or is that real? Like, are they really trying to program me while I'm asleep? Like, are you really trusting these people that comes in your house with these cables, right? With these cables, these telephones, and all these communications, right? Because they're communicating with you. They literally are. If I can have a Bluetooth connection from my phone to a speaker, and the speaker's over there without any connection, and it compared to that Bluetooth speaker or whatever the case may be, imagine what it could do to you, right? So we're just gonna move on a little more on from this topic. But I'm just, just putting that out there. I'm not here to scare you guys, right? I'm not here to scare you guys. I'm here to awake you guys, to shake you up, right? Start doing things. Start telling yourself, programming yourself to be better, right? Nothing won't come into my aura. Like if it lands or whatever the case may be, it's going to be great. It's going to be for my success. It's going to be for my wealth. It's going to be for my great health, right? Wake up in the morning. Instead of getting up, looking at your phone, turning on the lights in your house, go outside. The first thing I do when I get up, literally I get up, look over at the time. Maybe sometimes I don't even look at the time. I just get up and I go outside. I want natural light. Right? I look at the sky, I look at the trees, I look at whatever's happening, right? I look at it, right? I focus for about 20 to 30 seconds and I expand my vision, right? Because you can literally program your eyes. Like people, oh, I gotta wear glasses and this and that and that and this. Like tell your mind is the powerfulest thing. Literally, these computers have nothing on the mind because the mind built the computers. And that was only one person, two people, three people, what? 1,000 people minds. You think they gave the computer everything of them? Like, come on now, right? So be a savage for the good, right? Be a savage for the good. When you're savaging ma, when you're savaging bro, when you're savaging sis, or whatever the case may be, like always have that mentality that I am savaging for the good, right? Be a savage and build. Right? Be a savage and build, right? Be a builder, not a destroyer, right? Unless you're destroying for evolution, right? And that's even kind of crazy to say. Unless you're building while you're destroying, right? Because sometimes you got to take out, if you want to change the pipes, right? You got to take out the old pipes to put in new pipes, right? But make sure that when you're building, you're doing it carefully and healthily. Right? So stay loyal to your dreams, right? This is a big one, guys. Stay loyal to your dreams. If you want it to be whatever, you can still do that. Listen, I tell people all the time, Forex, right? Forex, the I Am Academy is not the end all be all, but it is the foundation. You want to get in real estate? Well, guess what? You get in a couple of trades, you learn a skill, you build your team. Now you have all the time to go ahead and do that, right? You can go look at it. You have the capital. You don't need a bank anymore. My mentor, David Amitia, he says, I'm the bank of my family. Somebody want to buy a house or a property, they come to me. We write up an agreement, whatever the case may be. There you go, it's paid for. You know how powerful that is? Like I literally can go and buy a house, take the equity out the house, right? Buy the house straight up, go to the bank. I still want to own 51% of my house because I don't want them to be able to take my house from me, right? In case anything ever happens, right? So maybe take out 40% in equity, right? Now that 40% I can take and then I can go to another house, right? Do the same thing, take that 40, boom, that's the down payment. Or sometimes that 40% can buy a whole nother house. Buy that house, then take the equity out that house and do it again and do it again. It's about leverage. People in the academy, we know about leverage, but how far are you thinking? Right? I read this PDF that was sent to me by one of my mentors, one of my leaders, right? A lot of our leaders, right? I'm not gonna put his name out there, but he sent me a PDF with about trading and things like that. And in it said trading will tell you a lot about your life. That's not false. I found so much out about myself through trading, right? This stuff is everywhere in the world. To see how much people are bearish in the world, just think in a bearish mentality, and to see how many builders, how many people that want to actually grow and build and create higher highs in life, right? That's why most of the charts, most of the things are usually bearish, because people are programmed to that. Listen, you will find everything out by looking at the charts, by trading. This is literally the world. We're in a foreign exchange. This is the world. So if everything is going down, you can tell that people is just not getting it. But when you see something like Bitcoin going up, like all these cryptos, like the gold start to rise, the silver start back to rise, but I kind of like when gold and stuff like that fall. I'm not gonna lie, because I definitely want to have gold bricks and bars and stuff like that in my house and stuff like. But and 9 times out of 10, when gold rises, it's just people that's holding it, running the prices up. But you get to see these things, right? You get to look at charts and see what's happening in the world. Like, is it a coincidence why everything is either consolidating or falling right now, with inauguration being next week? Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. Right? All right, so stay loyal to your dreams, right? Collide with collide and gain with assets, not liabilities, right? If you're going to go beef with someone, if you're going to, take an opposite of view or point, or get into a conversation, a disagreement, whatever, make sure it's with an asset and not a liability. Make sure it's with somebody who has something to lose. Right? Make sure it's with a business partner. Make sure it's with, your mentor. If you're going to challenge someone, right? If you want to, have a debate, make sure it's for someone that's it's going to be something positive out of it, right? Don't have conversations, get into beefs or whatever with someone that's just like a liability. They don't care. They already know they're a liability. They in the blame game. They do stuff and blame it on somebody else. They rob a house and blame it on somebody else. They do this and blame it on somebody else. That's literally their mindset. It's the blame game. Never take responsibility. Never stand on their 10 toes. Never have an opportunity to be like, you know what, and get caught and still say I didn't do that. Right? Like, if you want to collide with someone, make sure it's an asset, right? If you want to befriend someone, make sure it's an asset. Make sure you can gain something out of it. Right? And that's not being selfish. That's not caring about people. But at the same time, you have people at the lowest points, right? But that still have that mindset of being a builder, have that mindset of being an asset, can provide some type of value to your life. Right? And then you have people that just don't care, right? The liabilities. Right? Be open to giving and receiving, not taking. Right? That's very, very big. Be open to giving and receiving, but not taken. Right? Get out of that colonist mindset where you got to take something. It's a dog eat dog world. I got to take from you. Like, this is no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not yours. You don't have to take anything. You don't have to steal anything from anyone else. So many people I get around and they see my vibration, they see my energy and things like that. And, and I have a lot of great things going and thoughts or whatever the case may be. Right? And they be like, oh, I want to take. They want to steal and play games and all this and all that just to try to get one above me. And it's like, yo, like literally, I'm a network marketer. Like, all you have to do is ask. Like, yes, I can say no. Sometimes I will say no. If I'm not too sure of something or whatever the case may be, I might say no. If I feel like this is my leverage, I might say no. You know why? Because I value myself. I know my worth, right? Right? And I want you all to as well. Right? So always remember, less is more. Right? Less is more. right? And this is kind of, you know, on the fence, so don't take this and run with it. Because it is on a fence, it is on a base to base bias basis. But remember, you know, you can do a little bit every day to a big goal and still accomplish it. I'm not saying less is more, like the less you do, you're going to gain more. That's not a fact. That is not a fact. But doing 2% of 100 things every day is better than doing 100% of nothing. Right? Doing 2% a day of 100 things, building every aspect, building your teammate, getting on that call, talking to one person, say how you doing, going into the chats, what's up, listen, throwing out that trade, doing whatever. That 2% every day that you're doing, right? Saying hi to the person, saying, you know, oh, what's up, how you doing, opening up that door. Doing 2% every day of 100, 200, whatever, how many things, right? 5%, whatever the case may be, is better than doing 100% of nothing, right? Remember the compound effect, right? Remember the compound effect, right? Remember, the more you do, right? You do 2% here, 2% there, 2% there, right? As that gaining 2%, the next day you wake up, you do another 2% and 2% and 2%. Over time, right? While you're getting results, now those seeds of those extra 2% that you did are now being harvested. It's now, excuse me, it's now being planted. It's now being soiled. It's now sprouting, whatever the case may be. It's now becoming. Right? So that extra waking up in the morning, giving your girl, giving your boyfriend, giving your parents or whatever, a hug, a handshake, a kiss on the cheek, a pat on the butt. Hey, what's up? Like, you look good. Tell your girl, hey, what's up? I mean, you look good today. Whatever the case may be, like that little 2% every day matters. Right? That little 2% every day matters. Don't be a creep. Don't just give 1,000 right just off the, oh my God, like, don't do that. But that little 2% every day matters. Right? So we're going to wrap this up in a second. We got Level Up with Leash at 11 o'clock. But less is more. Remember, yeah, before giving to others, this is a very big one, guys, right? And I came up with all this, right? I just took down notes. I was just thinking one night and just took down notes, right? Before giving to others, right? Make sure you deposit to yourself. A lot of us have this thing where we're like, oh, we appreciate ourselves and stuff like that, but you keep giving without depositing to yourself. Know your worth. Pay yourself. Because if you don't love you, who is going to love you? If you don't love you, who is going to love you? If you don't show yourself love, others will think that you don't want it and will abuse you. Right? So make sure before giving to others, you deposit to yourself. Right? I'm at the point now while giving to others, I'm depositing to myself. Like that's like, especially with this call, that's literally the mindset I had, is to give back to others, to help people from the day-to-days, right? When people get on this call, it's like, okay, yeah, go into the chats, list your affirmations, list what you're grateful for, list your dream vehicle. We're going to take this energy up. And it's just done. It just happens every day, every call, right? Aha moments, every call. Great energy, every call. It gets better and better every call, right? So look in the mirror, right? Until you love yourself and hug yourself, right? If you can't deposit to yourself and you feel like you're selfish, or you feel like, you know, oh my gosh, I need something, or, you know, this don't feel right, look into the mirror. Take a mirror, sit in front of that mirror, maybe get a chair with a cushion on it, because you might be there for a while. Stare into that mirror until you love yourself, until you hug yourself through that mirror. Look into your eyes deeply until you love yourself through that mirror. You might be there for a while. I know when I did it, I was there for about 2 to 3 hours when I first did it. right? And I'm not telling you to do something I didn't do. Literally, people were there that thought I was crazy. I literally was just sitting in a room, had the mirror in front of me, and I just was gazed into my eyes. And that's when I found out that I am way beautiful than anybody knew, right? I am way stronger than anyone thought, because I am, right? And that's why I can go out, hair looking a mess. I can go out with, sweatpants on. I can go out, whatever the case may be. I can go out with Gucci's on, Louis on, Prada's, whatever the case may be. And I still am that man. I'm still the guy. That's where the energy comes from. Looking at myself in the mirror and literally finding out who I was, hugging myself through that mirror, loving myself through that mirror, kissing myself through that mirror, right? That's why I can be so pleasureful, because I know how to please myself, right? Sometimes I'm going through it or whatever the case may be. I just walk by past the mirror. As soon as I see myself through the mirror, it's an instant smile. You ever had a bad day and walk past the mirror and see yourself and just smile? Everyone around you was like, yo, what the freak just happened? We thought we was aggravating him. We thought we was getting on his nerves. He just looked in the mirror. He had transmuted all that. I love myself first, right? So look into the mirror until you love yourself, until you hug yourself, right? Building is better than destroying. We went over that. Remember this, right? Remember your trash is someone else's treasure, right? So many people, right, destroy, right? Or don't care about their trash, right? Oh, whatever, it's trash. But once you get this into your mind, guys, listen, really listen to this, right? Ladies and gents, right? Ladies and gents, really listen to this. Your trash is someone else's treasure. So once you care so much about yourself, right? Once you become so great, so blissful, that your trash is golden, that your trash is even better, right? You're talking about egos and egos, right? You're talking about bossing up. You're talking about lady boss being a boss, bro. Once your trash is better than anyone else's trash, you know you're doing something. What you exude is more healthier, is better, is greater than, now you know. Right now, you know you up to something. You ever went to like Hollywood Hills or Montclair, New Jersey, or Short Hills, New Jersey, or Westchester, or Upper Manhattan? Like, you ever went to these places, right, and seen where wealth is, right? And just seeing like things outside in the garbage that's going out for the trash. You're like, yo, whoa, hold up. And they got a leather couch out there. That leather look good. Oh, it still smell like, oh, this ain't pleather? Oh, hold up. Listen, I need to get a truck over here. Seriously. And then you go to someone in a not nice neighborhood, or it's in a middle-class neighborhood, right? Because it's always the middle-class neighborhoods, right? That just gives the worst, like, it's just like, they just think they're higher and mighty than the lower class, and then, they're not as really good as what they think, right? So they just think that they can just run around and just destroy shit, and, they have people to look down on, right? But the people at the bottom always is the purest to me, right? Always the people at the very bottom and the people at the very top is always the purest to me, right? But yeah. Then you go out there and then like they trash is just literally all over the street. The bags is ripping and stuff like that. They don't care. They're not recycling and stuff like that. And you're like, what the freak is going on here, right? So remember your trash is someone else's treasure. So make your trash the best trash out, right? Detoxify your body, detoxify whatever you got going on. Make that so when you're good and whatever the case may be, and you exuding that energy, you exuding whatever it is, you're throwing out that trash, right? When I throw out trash, I want to make sure that it's recycled, right? I want to make sure that what's in that trash is fruits, is vegetables, is things like that, the top of banana peels and the stuff that I don't eat in the vegetables, or the stalks or something like that, right? I don't want to be full of death and oh my gosh, and liver and chicken guts and stuff like that. Like, nah, like I want my trash to be better than anybody else's trash, because then I know I'm doing something right. Know your worth and add value, right? We're gonna wrap this up because about 8 minutes we have level up release, right? So know your worth and add value. Know your worth and add value. Now, I mean not just add value to your price, right? But add value to yourself. Know your worth and then add value. Keep going. Once you know your worth, keep adding more and more value. Read more and more books. Listen to more and more audios, right? Go into more and more trades, right? Get your wealth right, your health right, your credit right, all that stuff. Know your worth and then add more and more and more value, right? That's a big one. All right, so know your worth and add value. Listen, change for you, hold on, change for your, hold on. So charge for your value, at least attention, right? So charge for your value, just at least attention. If you're in someone's presence and they're like ignoring you, you're trying to talk to them and they don't want to hear it and stuff like that, listen, that's the bare minimum. Know your worth, add value. You are valuable. You're right, you're valuable. So if someone can't at least pay attention, if someone can't just listen, then go ahead. They're know your worth, leave, right? At least attention or at least presence, right? Be presence. If I'm talking to you, don't be in your phone. Don't be all over the place. Like your presence, you know, like if I'm not charging you in value and dollar value and things like that nature, at least, you know, have some attention, at least be present, at least be appreciative, right? At bare minimum, that's all I ask. At bare minimum, be attention, have attention, right? Like, you know, be attentive, right? Be present. If you can't be attentive, you know, just be present. Like even if you're all over the place, just still be present, right? Or appreciative. Be appreciative at bare minimum. At bare minimum. All right. So nextly is stay confident, employ and deploy confidence in others, right? So stay confident, right? But also employ and deploy confidence in others, because that's the key. Just like love is the key to the world, right? It's the one thing that the world is lacking. Like Bob Marley was talking about it and stuff like that. Confidence is as well. Confidence is as well. A lot of people just don't have the confidence, right? So employ and deploy confidence, right? If I see someone with their head down or whatever, I'm employing the confidence in them, right? But if I'm employing the confidence, I care. I care about you. But if I deploy the confidence, I'm just giving you confidence. I'm going about my day. Hey, I like your hair. Hey, smile. You got great teeth. And I'm just leaving, right? But that's just given. That's just given, right? So employ it into those that you love, those that you're around, right? Plant that seed. But for people that's going about your day-to-day, still be that person. Still be confident. Still be that person. Deploy it in other people. You know, you see somebody with their head down or whatever the case may be, just give them a compliment and just keep it smoking. Deploy it and keep it smoking. Keep going about your day, right? So we're going to wrap this call up here. Next up is Level Up with Leash at 11 a.m. This call, same time tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be 9:30 or 10. On the flyer, it says 9:30, but I'm starting to see that 10 is a better time. But, you know, we'll see moving forward. You know, and keep this going up, going up, going up. So love you all, appreciate you all. I am thankful for each and every one of you. See you on tomorrow's call. Next up is Level Up with Leash. Yeah, man, listen, and just, you know, thank whoever invited you to this call in the chats, you know, show some love, give some gratitude, things of that nature. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you, and I am thankful for each and every one of you. Peace, love, light, laughter, joy, great health to each and every one of you and everyone that came on this call. So I appreciate you. Love you. Peace.